Catching the fuck up. We're live, and it didn't give us any warning. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Blerd Pod. I am your host, Anthony K. Savage, and with me today on this live stream episode is...
Mr. Rolon.
Yes, Mr. Rolon. We were having a heated discussion, and...
we were going to fight just a minute ago.
He wanted to go on
he
camera.
Can't beat me.
I never said I could. There's nothing to do with you being right or wrong.
But you're just wrong.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I'm very
Okay,
right.
continue with your little introduction.
No, say your point. You gotta say your point, and I can counter argue your point. Since you Mr. High and Mighty,
Basically, he'll get beat up, and
that's neither here nor there. It does nothing to do with anything. He would have been beating up my people for generations, and by people I mean nerds. Don't mind background sounds. We have little midgets running around.
We have children
who don't have.
Just get louder. I mean, louder is better.
Any manners at all whatsoever.
Louder is better, right?
Yeah. So say your point. What's your point? Go ahead.
Well, my wife brought up a situation here, and it kind of got us on Bill Cosby for some reason. And the way I feel about Bill Cosby being locked up right now is totally different from the way Voice feels. And it's pretty simple for me. I feel that if he raped these women, they should have came forward a long time ago. And anyone that gets raped, I think would have continued to make sure that something happens versus her getting raped and then taking a settlement out of court. But obviously Voice feels something different.
Because the reality is the majority of women report rapes and nothing's ever done. 2, once you report the rape, then you have to constantly, consistently, continuously go through the legal process of reliving what happened. But that's neither here nor there because the point still stands. He was convicted by someone who did come forward. And the only difference between her and the majority of other women is that the statutes of limitations had lapsed. And when the statute of limitations had lapsed, it doesn't matter if you did it or not. The law says, oh, that's nice. We can prove it. Like they've had women who had proof. There was enough proof to convict him, and a court.
What proof though? What physical proof did we have?
Enough physical proof to find him guilty.
Because
the only reason that he wasn't found guilty on those other ones was because it missed it was past the statute of limitations. Had it not been passed, had it not gone past this
too long.
No, point is, had it not gone past the statute of limitations, the count that he was arrested for would be more.
What is the statute of limitations there for? What is the reasoning?
Just the amount of time.
Based on law. Reasoning is saying that basically if someone committed a crime or something was done to you, harm was done to you, the reason you have that amount of time is because you should have came forward at least within that amount of time, correct?
Which is fine, but that
knowing that there is a statute of limitation.
But
right?
The problem with that,
why would you try to then come forward after?
Because the problem with this is who it is. You can't just come forward. You can, but the point is, and it has happened where women came forward, and because of who he was, nothing came of it. And it happens all the time, every day, for people way less powerful than him. They come forward and nothing happens. And they know nothing happens. It doesn't mean that they should necessarily take the money or it doesn't take the money. But the point is, they know that nothing will happen, but their name will be ruined.
Right.
And more than likely, they won't work in the industry that they're trying to work in. That's why this whole Harvey Weinstein happened. That's why it happened for so long.
Right.
Everybody in the industry knew he was a piece of shit, basically. But those people who were affected by it, one specific person, Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow was... He tried to make a move on her. He tried to, sexually harass her. And the only reason it didn't happen again is because Brad Pitt, either on the phone or told him in person, if you ever touch her again or try anything like that again, I will kick your ass. But as far as going to the authority, like him specifically, he had private eyes and lawyers specifically in place that anybody who came forward, he would ruin their career.
Here's the way I feel. If a woman got raped by a man or a woman, if you got raped, I feel that you should have came forward when you got raped. you coming forward over 30 years of coming forward, and then settling out of court for a certain amount of money, to me, you didn't get raped.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse all the women who didn't get paid, didn't lose the statute of limitations. He got charged with more than one count. There was at least a minimum.
Right, because he's a superstar. And everyone's going to come forward because he has money.
These were a minimum
of
5 people who they didn't get anything for it. That's the thing. You can't use that argument if they get nothing for it.
You don't know that.
No, they do. You
don't know that.
No, what do they get for it?
You don't know.
Not one of those. There's maybe maybe one woman out of all of them who was vocal about it that may have gotten maybe an interview, but you haven't heard anything from these women short of when it was going on. No, because they did. They went to court.
Because they're lying.
No, because they went to court.
I don't know. People that lie don't want to come forward with it.
Oh no, you're wrong. People who lie, if they were lying, they would come forward. They would be on every single TV show. They get nothing but having to take time out of their day, go to court, where most of these women, their identities are not revealed specifically because of the state of the type of case that it was. These women, what he was found guilty on, are not the women who took money, are not the women who did not meet the statute of limitations. They didn't take the money. They met the statute of limitations, and they went and testified in court and got nothing from it.
And then there was women.
That's my wife, by the way. That's Kate Rolon.
Was already indicted.
Oh no, I'm not saying there aren't women who are lying, but I'm saying if there's 100 women who are accusing him of rape, you're telling me that there's not one person who is telling the truth. All you need is one.
You know,
just one.
I can say this, that if there's 100 women that are trying to say that Bill Cosby raped them, we have to then go back down to whether or not what kind of rape, because I think that there's different degrees of rape.
He drugged them and then had his way with them.
That's what you hear, dude.
That is what he was put to jail for. That is what he himself has said.
Are you gonna let
of how he does? No, because it's my show. I do what the fuck I want.
You just gonna get too excited. I'm not gonna say a fucking word.
Go ahead.
And then you just gonna keep going and going, right? This is why you stay broke.
I need a paper cup.
This is why he's broke.
I got a paper cup.
Paper cup for what? Oh, now you Denzel. You just go. Yeah, we have to stick with Denzel. He just throws cups everywhere. If you really take a look at Denzel and watch him, look, now he's throwing the mic down. He just don't want me to talk.
No, talk.
But I don't want no one to hate me over this.
Go ahead. But however, it's too late.
However, I feel that a woman that does get raped should come forward a lot faster than these women have, if true indeed they did get raped. However, statute of limitations is there for a reason, because it's basically saying that you needed all this time to come up with your story and to come up with your bullshit and say that something happened, and it really didn't. And that's why a statute of limitation is there.
But it doesn't account for it. Statute of limitations, the way it generally works, has more to do with every other type of crime other.
If you guys see me smack Voice in the head right now, should he come forward now, or should he wait the 7 years and then say he smacked me?
But what if
now you guys got me on camera and everything?
Yeah, no, got you on camera. But now he smacks me and you don't see it, and there's no proof. And
now what happens?
I obviously am broke and can barely survive on my own. So therefore, it does not behoove me to come forward and accuse this man who holds my life in his hands.
So only Voice and I know.
And then you
really
ruined
happened.
my life. It was so, I'm so glad I came forward with the cops.
Now, since you did block the camera, only you and I now know the truth, correct?
Yeah.
Whether I slapped you or not. Mm-hmm. Did everyone hear a slap? I think you did hear a slap. So now you bring me to court and you say I slapped you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
when I say, hey, Voice, I'm going to go to jail for a long time here, buddy. I got a couple ducats. You're broke. I'll give you $100 because believe me, he'll settle out of court for $50 and a pair of socks.
Okay. But it doesn't.
I'm telling you right now.
But the point,
so wait,
you still slapped him, though.
Here's your $100. And now all of a sudden, the slap didn't even matter whether I slapped him or not.
Yeah.
Because now all he cares about, he got paid for it. So now, whether I slapped him or not, it feels so much better for him. Which I don't believe that to be with rape. If you got raped, there is no amount of money that they can offer you, or will you allow Bill Cosby to settle out of court for any amount of money because you truly got raped?
But here's the problem with that. That's you. That is you. What if you're somebody who won?
You need to get raped.
No,
that's your problem.
No,
rape is something fucking serious, dude.
Yeah, but
it's also something serious to get accused of. Because if you're listen, all right, if you're sitting in jail for rape, any of you guys remember I told you 7 times I've been to jail. So anyone that has that title of rape on their title in there, the guys know immediately as soon as you walk through those doors. No one wants to be in there for rape or molestation with child pornography, all that other garbage as well. So believe me, those are the 2 titles you do not want to have in prison because, believe it or not, there is a law in the prison walls, and that's one of them. So believe me, Bill Cosby's not having a good time, and only because he's a superstar. They probably have him outside of general population, and only because of who he is. Okay, but believe me, you don't want that title.
Okay, well, one, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what you're missing is, I'm not saying anything you're saying is wrong, because one, the subject matter is serious. That no, there should not be any false accusations, but it's not as easy for a woman. Put it this way: how many men,
right,
jail or otherwise, do you think
come forward and say that they got raped?
Come forward.
Hardly any of them.
Exactly.
Hardly any of them.
It's not that much different for women.
Hardly any of them.
So there was
we got a question from the outside. Hold on, boys.
There was a man recently, that accused Katy Perry of exposing him in front of her friends just to show off.
She danced him.
Okay. And he's considering it as sexual assault.
Yes.
So now what?
Well, here's the thing.
He's a guy.
No, here's the thing. One, yes, it is obviously ridiculous, but if in the court, if it's something that legally, if the roles were reversed, you could take someone to court with, and he has every right to take her to court. Should he? That's his personal preference.
I think if he did it, he deserves the time. Yeah. And he should. And you know what? He should have been in jail for 30 years. Well, that's why I don't want people to get me wrong here.
Well, here's one.
If he truly did this, he should do the time. Well, I don't give a shit who you are.
Well, here's my point. One, like I said, all the other women who said took money, that's fine, whatever. You can put them on.
It happened though. But those are facts.
No.
So
but
women, wait. Women that did take the money. I have an issue with that. Because wouldn't you rather him sit in jail than you live this life now where he was able to pay you off, and who knows what the amount was? Yeah. But now you're living. You got some money now from him. Did that really satisfy you onto the fact that he still raped you?
But here,
I don't know. No, but that to me wouldn't do it for me.
Which is fine. But what you're not paying attention to or listening to or acknowledging is, out of all the women who may have taken money, I know for a fact, I don't have the specific name, but there's at least one woman, and I'm pretty sure this came out in about this was right around the time where fucking Bill Clinton stuck the cigar up Monica Lewinsky's pussy. All right. Right around that time, there was a woman who came forward.
Was it lit, boys?
I don't know. There was around time
because that would have burned.
A woman came forward.
That's worse than gonorrhea.
And accused Bill Cosby of this exact same thing. And everybody crucified her. And for what I know is she did. I don't believe she may or may not have taken.
How did she do it? Did she write a book about it?
No.
Did she do this bullshit where most of them do? They all of a sudden now they want to write a book.
She went to the courts and then made it public to the press. And not our press, not the press we have here. The 1990 where the news actually was the news. And we go to you live now. And the opinions were pretty much for the most kept out of it. She came forward and it was just nobody believed her. It was swept under the rug. 20, 30 years later, a comedian, Hannibal Buress, makes a joke. And this joke is based off of what Many comedians knew what he put in. He has a whole bit in his act about the Spanish fly. He even went on to David Letterman or Leno or one of those and joked about using the Spanish fly on women back in the day. Like, it's documented. He was blatant about it because he had too much money.
Joking about something is something. See, that's the problem. Everybody's too fucking sensitive.
No, but here's the thing.
You can't joke about something or say something.
Well, it's not about. This was back in the 70s where he didn't think it mattered.
Right. If he didn't think it mattered, right?
Hell, there was an episode of the Cosby Show.
I agree.
He agree. He made his special chili,
right?
And would not let the kids touch it. For that, there was
okay.
The whole episode was about this subject.
Wait, does that mean that he did a crime though?
No, the fact that he did the crime
doesn't mean that,
and it was blatant enough to put it into all these different mediums.
I would be able to talk about that because I wouldn't rape a woman, so I can joke about it or even say, you know, after this comes off, I'm going to give Voice a little Spanish fly and his ass is going to be hurting.
Yeah.
I can joke about this because I'm not going to do it. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any repercussions from it.
But here's the difference. He, from all accounts, is a heavily narcissistic individual. Like, it is reported that when he goes to eat dinner, wherever he's at, he has all of his staff sit there and watch him eat dinner. That's it. Just quietly, I'm going to eat dinner, and all of you are just going to sit there quietly and watch me eat dinner because I'm Bill Cosby, the man.
Are they getting paid?
Not to watch him eat dinner. I mean, they are technically, but that's paid. I guarantee that's not.
It's as simple as, I don't want to watch you, Bill Cosby. I'm out.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point, I'm not making the point of whether that's wrong. Point is, he's that egotistical that even if he has to, and a lot of people, serial rapists, which is what he would be classified under, a serial rapist, just like
you keep sliding more and more over to my bench.
Just like a serial,
and I'm not feeling it.
Just like a serial killer. You know, psychology of most of those people.
This goes back to me saying you have to fuck your kids up. Remember that? Yeah. This is part of it.
The psychology goes that most of those people will do small or big things to try to, like the Son of Sam contacted the newspapers. A part of them wants to be caught, maybe not fully, so they don't put it right out there, but a part of them blatantly think, well, I can't get caught. So
I agree with you.
You know, this and that.
That's absolutely true.
And the fact remains that he was found guilty of multiple counts.
Right.
And that doesn't count.
30 years ago.
No. Now, within the statute, what he was arrested for was, I believe, was between 5 to 15 counts of rape, which means what he was found guilty of, which doesn't account for the 20 to 30 additional women who came forward and did not meet the statute of limitation.
Was this case on TV?
Was it televised?
Yeah.
They came after the courts, but it wasn't actually in the actual court. It wasn't one of those.
You want to know why? Why wasn't it though, boys? I mean, every other person. I'm asking you a question.
No, it was televised. It was the only.
Wasn't
the only current or recent televised court proceeding?
OJ?
Yeah, it was OJ. It hasn't been since OJ. What are the court proceedings since OJ? It was just as not just.
I remember people just waiting to get home so they can watch the OJ case.
That's what I'm saying. It was.
Why wasn't Bill Cosby?
It was as televised as they let courtroom proceedings be. That's up to the judge.
Why?
Because the judge doesn't want a fucking circus in his courtroom. That's why. That's up to the judge.
Judge OJ did.
That's nice. That has nothing to do with this judge. You know as well as I do, judges make their own damn decisions.
I think there's something wrong there.
No, it's none of our damn business.
I agree with you.
We can have the opinion, but when it comes to being in the court, no, there should not be cameras in the courtroom. Did they report on it? Yes.
I gotta send the kids outside, so I'm gonna be gone for a second. And you guys will definitely hear Voice talking because he gets excited, and when he gets excited, this is what happens. I'm glad you guys can see it on camera.
They reported.
I got witnesses. I can take you to court.
Yeah, they reported on it, and everything was out the court, and he completely did not. Guys, shush.
Maldita sea.
Yeah.
This is
Hold on, we can have a race on.
Such a punishment. Swing, slide, all the toys you could think of, grass, all this good stuff. Such a punishment.
As I was saying, not sure what I was saying,
Because you were saying too much.
but the point. No, I was saying enough.
No, you just too much.
You're
You're all on my side and shit again. Look at this shit. He's just
the point is
he's just there like, well, the point is, everyone just listen to me. That's all I want you to do is listen to me.
Of course, that's why I started the podcast. Duh. The point is that
The kids are crying because they're outside. They're having a good time.
You just meant you talk.
They're having. No, come here. I need you. This is your show. Stay right
Well,
here. He'll be fine. What's wrong? He's outside. He has swings, a slide, a bunch of toys, grass, friends. I don't see what the problem is.
Is that your problem? You don't see what the problem is. You never see what the problem is.
Here, well, look,
hunky-dory,
everything you people, we're just gonna keep on arguing about this only because we have two different opinions on this.
Which I don't understand why you have the different opinion. He was found guilty.
I don't care. That doesn't mean he did it. That doesn't mean he did it.
No, what means he did it is the fact that he was found guilty of 5 to 15 women.
Listen,
and there's at least 30 to 40 other women who accused him.
This is why I said.
So you trying to tell me? You forget all this?
We can keep going.
No. Forget all this. You, as a person who has lived on the streets, and you know a motherfucker,
right,
that got accused of 50 plus times, but only 15 of them are able to be tried. You're actually going to tell me that you're going to look at that motherfucker and you're going to go, nah, I know there's like 50 women that came out, but nah, every single one of them is lying. Bullshit.
I'm not saying that
At
every
least
single one.
one.
I'm not even saying one of them is lying.
That's what I'm saying.
The problem with it, though, I feel, is the way all this shit went down. That's my problem with it.
Here's why I don't have a problem.
That's my problem.
Because he's been getting away with it for over 30 years. He was literally in our lifetime.
And I'm going to say this, and I strongly feel this way. If my daughter was caught up in the situation with Bill Cosby, I'm going to tell you right now, you guys would have been hearing it from the time it happened till the time I die.
Yes,
this is what I'm saying. There would have been no fucking amount of money that Bill Cosby could have gave me or settlement out of the court, because you can keep retrial, keep going.
No, you can't
until something happens.
No, you can't, because once you're found not guilty, you can't be retried for the same crime.
He wouldn't be able to be found not guilty, because every time you're going to have some kind of evidence or something else.
But it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter.
Then all these other women,
but it doesn't matter. Once you're tried,
raped, would have came forward also and would have been on the same route that I would have been on with my daughter.
That's what happened. That is literally exactly what happened.
So
some of these women who came forward, they weren't quiet for 30 years. Just no one would listen to them because he's freaking Bill Cosby.
I don't believe that. With everything that we have out now, too, Voice, are you going to tell me that they couldn't come out?
You're defending Bill Cosby right now.
They couldn't come out? I'm not. I'm just defending the fact that the way this shit all went down, to me, is pretty fucking silly.
But here's the thing, the way it went down is 20, 30 years past the fact. When they brought it to court, he shut it up. Multiple women have come forward and he shut it up. The police just didn't do shit about it, no one believed him.
We can keep arguing about this all day. This is a very touchy subject.
Well, you're wrong.
I don't want to get people all excited. However, I don't. If like I said before, just so you guys do understand, not you guys, you people understand.
Because we don't like
you guys. If he is guilty,
we love you people. Fuck you guys.
Right. If he is guilty, he deserves everything he's going to get. My issue with it, though, is that I don't feel that there's enough evidence on this case in order to convict him.
Which is where you're wrong, because there was 15. There was more than enough.
Listen, everything is he say, she say shit.
He was found guilty.
How many people?
15.
Listen. How many people are in jail for crimes they didn't commit? It's very few, because if you ask anyone in jail, they never did it. I mean, if you ask any of those guys in there, they never did it. Okay. So my question is, you have all these people that are sitting in jail that never did it, but you actually do have those that really didn't do it. Really didn't. And therefore, they're sitting in jail for lack of evidence, but they're still sitting in jail for it.
That's not this.
So
case.
why are there cases where you need so much evidence to convict someone? Look at OJ. OJ did it. OJ killed his wife, and he's not sitting in jail for killing his wife. He's sitting in jail. Well, I think it was for stealing his own shit. I mean, that now, what other fucking evidence do you need that that's his shit? I mean, all we needed was to know, no, he's got that in his hand. He must have stole it. Now he's sitting in jail for the shit. But for killing his wife, he was set free. And he actually did the shit. So
Allegedly.
That's my point. Allegedly. See, now Voice is on OJ's side.
I know.
Let's see the OJ side.
I'm just saying legally, allegedly, Bill Cosby was found guilty.
So legally,
I see. Legally,
I get that.
Legally, we
I
can't
get
say
that.
that OJ was guilty of murder. We can say allegedly because he was found guilty.
Right. Okay.
Just found innocent.
Okay. But I mean, anyone that has common fucking sense here, we know he did it.
But the thing with
and that's
Bill
just the way it is.
The thing is, he was found guilty on 3 counts, which doesn't count everybody else who came forward. Okay, so that's
Right.
1. 2, there was enough evidence that
the way we came up with this conversation, just so you guys know, because like I'm saying before, you people, Voice will drive you fucking insane because he just, this is how he gets all excited. And I did this on purpose just to get him excited. And I can't wait till he hears this because he just went to go get the kids now. But I can't wait till he hears that. But however, we got on this topic only because my wife is in a position right now where she has a friend and she feels, actually the bigger boss has came to her and said to her that we want you to do her job. And my wife feels she has a big heart. She has a strong heart. And that's her problem sometimes. And sometimes that can, I don't want to say handicap you, but it can make you do things that you really didn't think through, or you're doing the wrong decision or the wrong thing here. And simply, she's a nurse and she has a nurse above her and she works for that nurse. Basically, this nurse is the top one in that building, and then comes my wife. So her boss is the manager of managers, and my wife is the manager of the employees. And they are asking her now to be the manager of managers. My wife has a problem. My wife has a problem with doing this only because that's her friend. And she's in this position because this woman did put my wife on, and said, hey, can you help me out with this? The problem with it, though, is that now the bigger people in the line up here are seeing that she's not doing anything. She's basically not doing her job. She's leaving it completely up to my wife now. All the employees trust her. I hear her on the phone constantly. They're calling her even when she's off, and simply for my wife's advice, or to see what they should do in this situation, when technically they should be calling my wife's boss, but they don't. So that just gives me further into it where I feel that they trust her a lot more and they feel that she can handle the position. So my question to you people is my wife, would she be wrong if she was to take this woman's position? And it's not even she has been offered the position. She didn't ask for it. She's been offered this position. And I just want to know from you people, is she wrong for taking the position? However, she's always going to feel the way she feels because that is her friend. So she's going to feel wrong about it. But even if you people feel that she shouldn't feel wrong about it, I would like to know that as well. My advice to her is to keep doing what you do, and everything always comes to light eventually. So in other words, what she's doing, it has to be right. It has to be right because it's being noticed. It's being talked about. They trust her. So when they trust her and feel that she can do the position better than the one that's in the position now, is she wrong for taking that position? And I would love to hear from you people. Please put in the comments and let us know how you feel about that. Again, my wife is not taking this position because she wanted to. She has been offered this position, and she strongly feels wrong about it, and it's only because of her heart. As far as what it will do for her family, it will obviously bring us up another step. And frankly, the way I feel she's doing nothing wrong in the situation. So please, I need some answers. I need some help with this. And my wife does too. She needs to hear from you guys, from you people. I'm sorry, I keep saying you guys, but it's
You people.
right.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. It's you people. And I really do care about what you guys think. You people think. I'm sorry, I did it again.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
We love you people.
You people. But I would really love to hear from you people and what you have to say about it. You got anything to add, boys?
No, I mean, I agree with him, so I can't argue this time.
Yeah, we had an argument prior to this, and only because
they were just there.
No, I'm talking about the same issue. The same issue. Voice's opinion was, before, he was telling my wife to basically let them know, which would be the big boss, that I want to take this. I don't want to take this position.
No, not that you don't want to. I will take this position, though. Let them know that you do appreciate everything that person who has gotten you to that point has done to show that you will take that position, but you are a loyal person and employee. So that way they know, as somebody who's high up, because there's a problem. Low position like I was when I worked at camps.
Don't drop bombs on where we work and shit, man.
I don't work there no more.
I do.
Now they know. You shouldn't have said nothing.
It doesn't matter.
Keep your damn mouth shut. No one will fucking know.
No names. No
The
names.
point
no
is,
names. Because there's people that want to kill us.
When I was working,
probably.
when I was working at Lamps. When
I
was working at Lamps,
and
I was let go. Yes, I was a worker who came every time.
You need to edit that out, and I'm strongly suggest you edit that out.
Well, you're live.
As far as just the name, I'm saying just the name.
Well, you haven't said anything wrong. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
You're fine. You're a model employee.
You want me to give your address out?
What? Yeah. One of those 23 people are gonna come and find me.
Well, this is what I'm saying, though. You just don't mention that kind of stuff because there are people that want to do harm to you.
You did. Like I said, so when I worked at Lamps, yes, I was let go. So be it. I didn't meet the quota. But when you're at a higher up, if
Voice is not going to do a video for a couple of times because his face is going to be rearranged, and he's just not going to look good for the camera. So you're not going to see him.
Bring it on, Lamps. Bring it on. Bring it on, Lamps.
So he will definitely be.
Do I need to mention Chicken Little?
Up. Yeah, well, Chicken Little's there. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. Anyway, my point is, when you get higher up, yes, they want you for their work and their money. But if someone higher up, the higher you get, if that person leaves, they don't just leave the company. They leave with contacts. They leave with people who brought money to that business. They leave with all the connections that they had, and they take them with them.
Not always.
Most of the time.
Not always.
Higher up, yes.
Higher up.
So you're telling me that somebody in a high position doesn't stay in the same field
and
go to another company
and
doesn't do their damn
name gets bashed throughout the system.
That's further my point.
Their name gets bashed. So if their name gets bashed throughout the system, they can now not keep the same job or have the same job.
But that is my point.
I get what you're saying.
That's my point, is to let them know that you'll take this position, but so that you don't get the reputation of someone who's disloyal. You tell them just enough so that they understand it's better for my family and me. But I wish the circumstances were different, because as much as I want to go up, I respect that individual for giving me the opportunity that I get.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Just let them know that you appreciate the opportunity.
I don't think, well, see, this is why
you are a loyal employee. So going forward, they can count on your loyalty.
Okay, well, here's the problem with that. Only because I personally know the situation, and the situation is that they don't want her in that position. Therefore, my wife is being forced, basically, to take the position.
Well, here's the thing.
Wait. If she's being forced to take the position, therefore, should she put the friendship thing aside? Because then that would technically mean that my wife has nowhere else to go. She would probably lose her job then, because She's simply making this woman look pretty damn bad. Therefore, if her boss is still there and still feels that she is doing her job or doing what she's supposed to do, my wife wouldn't be in this situation right now. There would not be this talk right now. And only because the woman is not doing what she's supposed to do, and they do happen to like the way my wife does the job much better, she's in a position where they're kind of giving her no choice here. It's, we want you to do this.
Yeah, but my point, it doesn't have any, all that's fine.
And it's their job to tell her. It's their job to tell the woman that's above my wife. It's their job, technically, to tell her, hey, listen, we feel that you are not doing the job. However they want to say, you're not doing the job correctly, or you're just not. We want to put Kay in the position where you are.
That's fine. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying any of that's wrong. All I'm saying is she can be as bad as she wants. These people know she brought her into the job. They know this. And I guarantee you, they're going to take into account when she comes into the situation and they offer the job, how she takes the job. If she takes the job in a respectable manner, great. But if she takes a job where she shows that she does not give a damn about the person who got her the job,
my wife would definitely, my wife.
I know,
so you know that she would definitely do it in a way where this is why she's having an issue right now.
But
it's because of the respect that she does have for her. And she does understand that she did give her the position, because that's the first thing my wife told me when she called me. She said to me, but I'm in this position because she put me in this position.
That makes it like I said, that's when you're like, don't let them know.
No. I'm just saying, don't let them know that you are not ready for the position.
No. Don't say you're not ready. But let them know that you are somebody who considers yourself a loyal employee.
Absolutely. And it's just a better way of doing it.
And in that situation, you have to emphasize it, because otherwise there's no way that they're going to know.
But I'm at a point now where I just don't know how to explain it to my wife, where she can feel good about the situation. And the problem is that I don't want her to take a position that she feels that she's that she feels that, why the fuck are you on your phone right now?
Because I'm trying to let people know that we're live. So keep talking.
I got this. Why the fuck?
So that we can let people know that we're live. So
you gotta warn me, dude. At least give me a fucking pop on the knee or something.
Just keep talking. No, you're supposed to keep talking. I'm here. I'm here. I know what I'm doing. Just keep talking.
Shit, man. Now he's a pro.
I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro.
The dude got.
I am a Blerd. I'm a Blerd. It's just I know.
Hey,
I know.
Hey, and I got it. The
I can't look it up here because it's too
We're getting better.
So,
we're getting better, and things are getting better. I do need to hear from you people, and because I just simply don't know how to explain it to my wife anymore. Only because she does have that heart. She does, and I'm a little different. Because I'm more of the way where I just need to do for my family. And what's best for my family is the first thing that I think about. I would have frankly have told this woman already that you're not doing your job and they are looking at me for your position. And that would have been my warning as a friend to that person, that this is what's happening. So that's the way I feel about it. I don't know if you would do it the same way. And I would just put it into perspective here. If it was me and you, and you were offered my position, right? How would you go about it? How would you do this?
No, because it's you, I would say, just so you know.
This is my son, Abel. This is my boy here. This is the pain in the butt. This is the one that I was talking about that does karate, and he was kind of born with it. And we're just trying to figure out how the hell he does it. Yeah. But how would you do it?
I would do it the same way that you said, but it's because it's you. If it's somebody I didn't know, I would just do my job, and what happens, happens. I'm not going to go out of my way.
Right, but would you warn me before?
Because it's you.
Or would you?
No,
okay,
because it's you. If I had no other than just a regular working relationship, then I would just do me, keep my head down, and what happens, happens.
Right, but we're talking on see, my wife doesn't even know her that well as well, though. But my wife has been to her house, let's say.
Well, yeah,
so that
then-
does bring it
yeah.
a little bit outside of the whole job thing. And that's where I guess the problem is, because I think that if it was just completely work related and we're just associates in the matter, then I think it would have been a little easier for my wife.
Yeah.
But simply because, and even her daughter has came here and watched my kids, and she's wonderful. They're both wonderful. And I kind of know what my wife is going through with the situation. However, there's no other way of me telling her that she needs to think about herself. And we all need to get to certain positions eventually. That's our whole goal. Our whole goal is to get higher than what you are now, hopefully. I mean, if you're content on where you are, then I don't know, you're just going to stay stagnant and stale. And that's definitely not me. I definitely want to move forward. And definitely my wife has made me move forward in a lot of ways. And that's the way I want to be. I just want to keep going forward. I don't want to ever stay stagnant. So that's just the way it goes. You got anything else to add there, Mr. Voice? Yes. You want to say something to you people real quick? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Hello.
You just want to say hello?
Yeah.
All right. Let's end it. Let's end it, boys.
All right, we're at 41 minutes, and the midgets are getting restless.
Yeah.
The microphone.
No, Pop.
Why?
No.
Anyway, for nobody made it in
Hello.
time to watch. I try to let you guys know. Next time we'll try to tell you put ahead of time.
Yeah, we'll definitely do this again. So we'll catch you guys next time on that. I mean, catch you people next
Yeah,
time.
not you guys.
Right.
You guys.
Yes.
Yes. For the Broke Blerd Pod, I have been your host, Anthony K.
Savage.
Savage. With me has been,
Mr. Rolon.
and what's your name? There you
Right.
go. So, thank you again. This will be going on the pod probably Wednesday, Monday, something like that. The actual pod. Enjoy, and remember, don't tell yourself you can't do something. Ask yourself, why can't you?
Love you.
Bye bye.